Pre-listing inspections, are they a waste of time in this market, or could they be a way for you to get a whole bunch of leverage, save some money, and maybe even make a little money on your home sale this year? Let's talk about it. Hey, it's the artsy realtor here, Glenise Johnson. I'm a Birmingham realtor with artformhomes brokered by eXp Realty. Let's talk about pre-listing inspections. I know in this market it seems, why even go for it? You can literally put a storage bin on the market and it might get multiple offers. I hear stuff like that all the time. I get it. However, I think pre-listing inspections are a way for you to get a whole bunch of leverage on your transaction. So here's why. Got 3 ways that pre-listing inspections can help you maintain leverage in your transaction, maybe even save, and maybe even make a little extra money when you're going through the process with the buyer. Number 1, you can prepare your repair negotiations ahead of time. With the inspections, you'll know what to expect, you know what needs fixing, and maybe you can even put aside an amount that you feel comfortable to contribute beforehand and have your realtor negotiate within that allotted amount, right? So you'll have that. You can operate from a place of preparedness versus being caught off guard, because granted, we're in Alabama, so your buyer is going to be heavily insisted that your buyer get inspections done. And there's no reason for both you and the buyer to be completely caught off guard with what's going on with your home, right? You don't want to make a decision from a place of being caught off guard. So now the buyer's coming to you and they're telling you something's going on with your home. You completely caught off guard. You're contemplating, do I want to lose this deal? What do my backups look like? I know they're not as good as this current deal, which is why I chose this one. Do I spend all these thousands of dollars and make this decision, or do I risk letting it go? Like, there's so many things you got to think about and try to do on your feet, because you're just caught off guard and you're not prepared. And when you fail to plan, you plan to fail. This will keep you in control of the situation. You already know what to expect. You are prepared to negotiate if need be, because keep in mind, the buyer may not ask for the things that you know in the back of your mind need to be repaired. I had a lot of buyers to where when we get into those repair negotiation and we get the inspection back, and I asked them, okay, what do we want to request to have repaired? I always heard, because this is the home that they really, really love, I don't want to rock the boat. Now, granted, we'll talk about what they could ask for, but they were adamant to not wanting to rock the boat, because number 1, they're smart. They know what kind of market we're in. They know that you may have potential backup offers. So a lot of times they didn't want to rock the boat. Now, that's not to say that they won't ask, but they very well may. But you never know. But already having something set aside, some level of preparedness in the case that you decide you don't want to repair anything before you list it, but at least knowing what is up with your home can give you the space in the room to prepare. That's it. Just being prepared so you're not caught off guard. Really, really helpful. Second thing, in the case that you actually decide to repair things ahead of time, this keeps the ball in your court when it comes to negotiations with the buyer. If there's less things for the buyer to discover in their own inspection, there's less things for them to find, less things for them to ask to be repaired, less opportunity for them to ask for closing costs, less opportunity for them to ask for the price to be decreased to compensate, just less opportunity for you to have to foot the bill or the expense for these repairs to be made. That saves you money. Off top, that saves you money. So it's important to have that, and it's incredibly helpful to help your contract not to be terminated altogether. Okay, you go ahead, get big things fixed. Okay, so there's not a major issue that comes up with the buyer to where it's like, if you know you don't want to pay for it, and it's left up to them to decide if they're going to accept that or not, you eliminate the chance for your contracts to be terminated. Because a lot of times, even in this market, if buyers know they cannot afford this expense to get this thing fixed, they're not going to bankrupt themselves in order to keep a contract going. So you got to keep that in mind. I'm not saying do it. I'm just saying it definitely helps to keep your contract afloat, and it definitely eliminates negotiations and the need to go back and forth when it comes to your money. That's all I'm saying. Third thing, in the case also that you decide to repair the things you find in your inspection. This is such attractive marketing for buyers. It is so awesome to be able to give your listing agent the ability to put in the description that this and this and that has been updated. Buyers always will. They always have, and they always will perk up at the sight of that, because with all the expenses that they have to make, to see that, they see that it is less things that they have to do and take care of for the home, because it's true. You've already done a lot of the work for them, so they're gonna flock to that property. Especially if so many big ticket items are taken care of, that can give them the confidence to maybe offer a lot more than they originally were going to, and even so much as maybe even forfeit their inspection contingency in a competitive scenario like that, because ultimately you're doing a good thing. You are doing a lot of the work for them. Again, you don't have to. However, I will say one day we may not be in the seller's market, and it could come in handy to already have these things done to be attractive to these buyers. But yeah, that's a really, really great way to get buyers to flock to your property, to get more offers on your property, because it's move-in ready for them. And it's so important, especially with all the expenses that they have to make in order to purchase your home. Check out the video that I posted last week. I talk about PreListing inspections along with other things that you can do to maximize this advantageous seller's market that we're in right now. If you've got any questions, or if you're curious about the value of your home right now, I got a link that you can click on to put in your address, and it'll drum up a comparative market analysis so you can see where your home is going for. If you've got any questions, feel free to schedule a chat with me. My Calendly is in the description as well, along with other forms of contact that you can use to reach out if you're in need of assistance. But that's all I have for today. Much love, take care, and I will talk to you later.